Well, hey there. Come on in here, sugar. Pull up a chair and set yourself down. Granny will pour you a cup of something warm. Tonight's tea is plain and strong, the kind you drink when the dark feels a little too close. Because this one ain't about curiosity. It's about warnings that folks keep ignoring. Tonight, we're heading to Indiana, to a hill where the dead don't like being counted. Indiana's known for friendly people, pretty countryside, and basketball folks take way too seriously. But sugar, it's also home to some of the most unsettled ground in the Midwest. The 100-step cemetery sits just outside Brazil, Indiana, way out in Clay County, high on a wooded hill where pioneer families laid their dead back around 1850. There was no church oversight, no proper records, just neighbors burying neighbors after diseases, accidents, and hard frontier life took their toll. They chose the hill to keep the dead separate from the living below. But carrying a coffin up that steep path in rain, snow, or mud, that was a punishment all its own. More than once, pallbearers slipped. More than once, coffins fell. And in 1873, one fell so hard it split open. A young woman named Sarah Fletcher spilled out before the mourners' eyes, her burial delayed, her dignity stolen, and some folks say her peace too. By the early 1900s, the cemetery was forgotten. Grass swallowed the headstones. Trees crowded the paths. The forest reclaimed what grief had left behind. By the 1920s and 30s, teenagers started daring one another to climb the hill at night. That's when the legend of the 100 Steps took hold. Nobody remembers who named it that. Nobody remembers who started counting. But folks remembered what happened next. In 1936, a 17-year-old boy named Robert Tanner was found dead at the base of the hill. No wounds, no struggle, just a face frozen in pure terror. The coroner said heart failure. But sugar, a healthy 17-year-old don't just scare himself to death for no reason. That was only the beginning. In the 1950s, vandals smashed headstones, broke open crypts, and treated the place like a joke. Not long after, people started seeing glowing figures wandering the hill. Then 2 suspects, boys bragging about going back again, died when their car veered off County Road 800 North, slammed into a tree, and killed them instantly. Their last words to their friends, "We're going back up to the cemetery." Visitors say the dread starts before you even climb. The air turns colder, even in summer. You feel watched. And once you start counting, that's when the hill starts playing games. 97 steps up, 71 back down. 126 up, then 80 down. Some say counting over 100 means death already has marked you. The steps don't stay put after dark. They stretch, they shift, they shorten, like the hill itself doesn't want to be measured. People hear whispers. Not random sounds, but names. Your name. Sometimes in voices you recognize. Dead parents, grandparents, people who shouldn't be there at all. One woman heard her mother begging her to come closer. When she ran, the voice followed her all the way to her car. Shadows move among the stones, solid black shapes that jerk and vanish, like broken film. Cameras fail, batteries drain, phones die the second they point uphill. At the 50th step, many meet the follower, a shadowy man who keeps pace just behind you. Never quite seen straight on, but never gone for long. People feel shoved, gripped, hated. Some believe it's Ezekiel Marsh, a murderer hanged in 1889 who cursed the hill before he died. No headstone marks his grave, but plenty of people feel him anyway. Near the top, some see Sarah Fletcher, standing still, wearing white, glowing soft in the dark. She looks sad, not angry. When folks step closer, she fades away, leaving behind the smell of roses. Some say she's warning people to turn back. Others say she's bait. Either way, she never follows. At the 100th step, everything gets worse. People feel hands grab their ankles. Pressure crushes their chest. Cold pockets freeze the air. Some vomit, some faint, some run screaming. The iron gate bears deep scratch marks that never rust. Touch it and you'll feel a shock that tingles for hours. Beyond the gate stands an ancient oak, older than the cemetery. From one branch hangs a rope that never decays. No one claims it, no one touches it. On Halloween night in 1962, 4 teenagers climbed the hill. Only 2 came back. The other 2 vanished. 3 days later, they were found miles away, alive but broken. They said they remembered nothing. They would never speak of it. Some places don't just scare you, sugar. They take something from you. The 100-step cemetery ain't a game. It ain't a challenge. And it sure ain't entertainment. It's a threshold. A place where the living and the dead don't agree on who belongs. So if you ever find yourself near that hill, do yourself a kindness. Don't count. Don't climb. And don't go looking for answers the earth has already buried. Thank you for sitting with me tonight, sugar. Come back anytime. I'll have the kettle warm and another story ready. Maybe one that still knows your name. You have a good night now.